Alright, welcome to Self-Test 1, Chapter 1, about numbers. So here I'm going to go through some of the questions that most of you got wrong. And these questions are 2, 9, 10, and 11. Now note that the question here starts from number 2 rather than number 1. Remember number 1, you're asked to put down your name. So actual mathematical question starts from question number 2. So here we go. In this question, what we're looking at are whether the numbers here are not an integer. So you can see A, B, and D are all integers, except you can see C. So answer here should be C. Rather, this is question 2 rather than the question 1, which is the first question. Now in question 9 here, we're asked to find which is a real number. So let's go through this one by one. Now as you can see immediately, B is an imaginary number, so it's not a real number. And minus 8 divided by 0 is undefined. So this is not one of them. So could it be A? Well, if you study the value here, I'm looking for 3 values that times together give me negative 8. So I could have minus 2 times minus 2 times minus 2. So the cube root of this is actually equal to negative 2. And this here is a real number. So the answer should be A. Now this question here, number 10, we're asked to determine which of the statement here is or are true. So let's go through one by one. Now the first statement here says the sum, meaning two numbers add together, of two irrational number may be rational number. So let's find out and find an example of two irrational number adding together. Okay, so let's see, for the first case, let's consider root 2 plus root 2. Now both of these numbers are irrational, and they add together give me 2 root 2. So it's still irrational. But how about if I have 3 minus root 2, that's 1, plus 3 plus root 2. Now in this case, we can see that the minus root 2 and the plus root 2 cancel each other out, and I end up with 3 plus 3, which is 6. And I now have 2 irrational numbers add together, giving me a rational number. And the key word here says is maybe. So actually, it is true. It may be true. In some cases, may not. So 1 is good. Now for the second part, it says the product, that means two numbers times together, of two rational numbers may be rational. So I can use same example. I'm going to use root 2. So root 2 times root 2 gives me 2. So it's also true. So both 1 and 2 are good. Now in case 3 here, it says the square of an irrational number must be rational. So we can see that the square root of 2 of root 2 is rational, but all of them must be rational. Well, I'm going to take my first example and think of 3 minus root 2 square. Now you can check this out and you tell me, is it rational? So actually 3 is not good. So the answer here should be B, statement 1 and 2. So always be careful about determining which statement is true or maybe false. Careful of the word maybe and the word must be. And question 11 here, we are asked to determine which of the following statement may be false. So let's check each one at a time. Okay, so let's look at the first one. All fractions are real numbers. Well, you could think of a case such as maybe you could have in here maybe you can have a half plus a half. Yep, that's real. What else can you have it as a fraction and it's not a real? So here, can I have like 1 over. So let's consider another example. Let's say I have square root of minus 1 over 2 plus the square root of minus 1 over 2. And this would give me 2 root minus 1 over 2, and it is of root minus 1. And this is not a real number. So actually A may not be true. Now let's look at B. All natural numbers are positive. Well, we spoke about natural number before. Natural numbers are the numbers that we have from the beginning of time. So actually we could count 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so forth. And these are all positive numbers. And in C, so let's take B. And in C, all integers are rational numbers. So we agree with that, because there's negative in there as well, that's okay. And in D, all recurrent decimals are rational numbers, which is true. We talked about that in class as well. So recurrent and terminating number belongs to a family of rational numbers. So in this case here, we can see that the only questionable statement here is A, because not all fractions are real numbers. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in class next time. Bye for now. And if you've got any more questions, please come and find me in staff room B.